Hi and welcome to my manga coloring tutorial. I'm using Photoshop CS3 and a tablet, but you can do this just as easily with older versions of Photoshop and a mouse. It's just that my mouse control isn't really all that great. Now, the first thing you want to do is you take your cropped image, you go to the Channels tab, you load it, load your channel as a selection in that dotty dot circle thingy. I don't know how to describe it. Load channel selection. You do that. It selects a whole bunch of things. You push delete. I'll just deselect it. If you look at your layers, that sort of puts the line art on a layer of its very own. You then make a second layer, put it under the line art, and you fill it with white. That gives you some contrast so that you can do your actual work. The thing is though that doing it that way leaves your line art a bit thinner than it originally was. So what you do to fix that is you take a brush, a nice big one, you lock transparency on your layer, and you go over all the line art. Make sure to take black, and you just thicken that the lines like that. What happens when you don't lock transparency is you just, color that layer black. You don't want that, so you lock transparency. Anyway, after that, it's time to get rid of the bit of text here. So we grab our eraser and we just get rid of it. Easy enough. There's other tutorials about what to do when the text or the speech bubble or sound effect intersect with your drawing that you're coloring, but I'm not that good at it, and there's great tutorials about that already online and on YouTube, so I'll leave that to them. Anyway, when you want to start coloring, you make a new layer. Make sure it's under the line art. So here's the line art. This is the layer we're working on, and I always name my layers to avoid confusion. You don't have to. It's just something I do. I group them too, but not till later. Anyway, I always start with skin because skin comes underneath everything else. The hair comes over the skin, and the clothes go over the skin, hopefully, and that's why you make that your bottom layer. Then pick your color. I've already got it here in my swatches because I'm a bitch like that. You have to go look for your color, fussing endlessly, and possibly even replacing it afterwards. Anyway, and then, well, you can just start coloring. I'm going to take a slightly bigger brush, and you can have at it. Zoom in a bit, always helps, if you want to be precise. And, well, have at it. Oh, I'm working with the eraser. Oh, that's really, really big. Anyway, you don't have to worry about precision too much. You can just go over her hair. The hair layer will come over that anyway. You just have to make sure that you don't cross onto the background. See here or here. You can't do that because no other layer will actually come over that. And you just do that. Pausing this a bit so that it won't take too long because I'm a slow colorer. There you go. It's all been colored. The joys of Camtasia. Anyway, after that, you grab your layers again, and I'm sure you can guess what's coming next. You make another new one, and this will be the hair layer. There we go, and you can pick another color. I have it here already. Again, in my swatches. I've colored her a couple times before, so not very surprising to have all the colors already. Zoom in again, and have at it. Thing is though that now you have to be careful not just to not cross onto the background, but also not to color her skin, because like I said, nothing will actually cover it up. There's no layer that will go over the skin but the hair and the clothes. So nothing will hide your goofs when you cover the skin with hair color. Anyway, just color the hair nice and careful like. Her hair isn't too finicky, you know. No 10 million little bits and pieces that require a 1 pixel brush. So I'm gonna cheat again and speed things up by pausing this bit. So I'll see you in a second. Okay, we're back, and as you can see, all of her hair has been colored now. Yeah. The next thing to do is color her shirt, because that's another big lack of color. Same process as before. Layer, color her shirt, and pick a color. Actually, get to pick a color here too, because obviously there's no preset, and I think I'll go with something nice and pink, because she's kind of girly, and pink is a girly color. There. Too bright, something very pale. There. Zoom in again. Navigator. I love the navigator. Then it's the same process as before. You start coloring, and you know, don't go over onto the background. Don't go onto our hair or the skin, and yeah. I'll see you in a second again. Now that I can see the whole thing with the shirt color and stuff, I think that the color is not really too great. It's a bit too bright still. It needs to be paler. So what you can do, and this is very easy, is you lock the transparency of the shirt layer. You pick the color that you want, and this is just going to be a paler pink again. And you take the fill tool, and you do this. It's much easier than having to color it all over again. And like that. The next thing is coloring her eyes. Not much work to this, but same as before. Thing about eye whites though is that you can't really select white. That's too bright. So what you do is you add just a little bit of gray. See, just a tiny bit, and you do it like that. The contrast with the surrounding colors makes it look as if it's really white. Not too much. The thing here is though that the surrounding colors, being her skin, is already a very pale color, so I might have to make it just a bit closer to what we'll see in a second. I'm going to put this layer though under her hair so that I can just color all over here. I'm sure you all know how to work with layers. Let's see. Put this back here. Let's see what we've got. The next thing is we unlock that again, and we get another new layer. Shit, I forgot the color. Name it. There we go. And I've got a swatch for her eye color from somewhere. No, that's her eyes. And take a brush and just color it. Not much work here because her eyes are mostly black, but it makes a big difference. Just color this tiny bit. There we go. And that's the basic colors.